All right, everybody. We are live at BCMC 2021 in Omaha, Nebraska. And joining us first is a special news announcement with Alistair Sawyer of TLC Modular. And I am talking breaking news. Goldman Sachs Asset Management backs Modular Manufacturing Group, TLC Modular, with business interests in Singapore, Australia, New Zealand, and manufacturing and design facility in Vietnam. And then after that, we are going to give you a tour of the trade show floor. We're going to be visiting some of the booths such as Alpine and Spider and others and showcasing what they're doing and the products so you can see what you're not seeing because you're not here. Obviously, you're watching this live. But first, we need to thank our sponsors, Forward Solutions Group, for allowing us to deliver these examples of a construction innovation. Forward Consulting Group is successfully driving companies to succeed where others have failed. Learn more about Forward's recent acquisition of Moducore, an ERP solution for offsite manufacturing. It is changing the way they build and use modular construction in the process. With a long history of innovation in cold form steel manufacturing, we need to also thank Howick Ltd. Howick has been a longtime sponsor of ours as well. So with Howick produces innovative precision roll forming technology for customers throughout the U.S. and the world. If your business is looking to switch to off-site, modular, or fast-build construction with light steel for framing, they have created a detailed machine buyer guide to help you navigate the options available. How cool is this? Make an informed choice on the best systems for your need, and you can download this buyer's guide at the howickltd.com on their website today. So a machine buyer guide based on what you're looking to build, I think is absolutely amazing. We cannot do what we do without our sponsors. So thank you so much to Howick Ltd. Thank you so much to Forward Solutions Group and their team. So let's get into this now. So big news out of nowhere this week. I got a text message from Alistair Sawyer saying, hey, Dave, we got some great news for you. We got a big acquisition or a big investment into the industry. Why don't we bring Alistair on and talk about that a little bit? Alistair, how are you?
G'day, mate. How are you?
Oh, man, I love it. I love the accent. I love the mate. Listen, we have known each other a long time virtually. This is the first time you've been on our show, and I think it's just fitting that you're coming on the show with such news. But before we get into that, Alistair, we want to know everything about you from the moment you were born to this very moment in time. Do not leave out any of the good stuff from the hospital, or Jennifer will call your family, and we'll bring somebody on the show to tell us the truth. But in all honesty, go ahead, take 2 minutes. Let us know who Alistair is and who TLC is, and then let's get into the investment.
So, Dave, it's a great platform for the industry, and I think it's doing a marvelous job for everybody. Look, we're just Lone Rangers that came to Vietnam 30 odd years ago, got into the construction industry and just slowly progressed through traditional construction, innovation, some new technologies, building materials, and evolved over time. And now we're 100% focused in the prefab and off-site manufacturing. It's our passion, a lot of time and money, a lot of research. And yeah, we're really, really stoked with this new opportunity with partnering with Goldman Sachs.
Yeah, so this partnership with Goldman Sachs, let's talk about the opportunity. Let's talk about, where the future lies for TLC Modular and what you guys are looking to do.
Yeah, look, it's a strategic investment. It's an investment into the company with an acquisition stake, as well as a funding mechanism to help us build and grow. We currently have 2 factories which we currently operate, and we'll actually start building a new factory by the end of this year, another 40,000 square meters, which in your language is about 450,000 square feet. So that'll give us close on 100,000 square meters of production capability. That's 2,000 to 3,000 modules a year. And we're really, really targeting the affordable housing space, the niche markets to try and help reduce those costs for the end buyers, and also some government housing programs together with the Australian government partners and New Zealand government partners. We would expand that into the US through Goldman's partnerships, but it'll come with time.
Are you doing all steel, or are you doing wood as well?
No, all steel. We are seeing some requests for wood and a little bit of cross-laminated timber. type products, but I think we'll have a separate division that'll deal with that, more for boutique and bespoke type housing.
Right, right. And the type of builds that you guys are really good at. Why don't you walk us through where your sweet spot is with TLC modular and what somebody would come to you for service wise?
Yeah, look, I mean, we get inquiries from all walks of life, from the single dwellings to the multiple townhouses and to the high-rise hotels and apartment buildings. But our own preference is something multi-story, so 3 to 10 to 12 stories. Part of the investment with Goldman Sachs is in our own development in Auckland, New Zealand, with where we're currently doing a 6-story building. It's under construction now. Basement's under construction. And that's 182 apartments on 6 stories, and it's all modular, all volumetric.
Yeah, it's all modular, right?
Yeah.
And how long has TLC been at this? And when you talk about the company in general, I mean, you guys have built literally globally.
We have.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we've been around a while, but I mean, as a company, it's sort of moving on 25 plus years. But in the modular space, it's really a specific focus for the last 7 to 8 years. And it's really a combination of all the skill sets that we're able to build up around the world and on different types of platforms within Vietnam. We're quite fortunate to get exposed to a lot of high-tech industries. And we decided that this was a niche market for us to target and focus on.
Yeah. What are you seeing as the future in our space when it comes to innovation, Alistair, and really driving the industry forward? Are you seeing anything that has you excited? Are you guys using any new technology or innovation to take your builds to the next level?
Yeah, look, I mean, because there's so many different types of products within the prefab space. Everyone's got those innovations happen in micro steps. There's no massive leaps. But obviously, 3D printed houses are sort of an in vogue name at the moment. But for us, in our business, is more or less going into composites and lighter weight products that are complementary with steel. We still like to look at the steel product and stay in the steel market because we focus on the seismic areas. So for us, it's really construction, modular construction for seismic, earthquake zone prone zones, high cost because of the earthquake cost.
Well, I watch a lot of your videos that you guys will put out showing the virtual sets that you're doing on the big buildings and the structures. I'm asking this for a reason. How valuable is that to your precision and success on job sites when you're doing these large volumetric projects?
Yeah, look, it's critical. So building, so long as you have the volume to build the models and the mock-ups, and so long as they're to perfect scale, then they are the prototypes. We never use any of those in the finished product, hence why we've got a yard full of prototypes. But they help us find all the problems that will evolve through mass production, and we always find problems. So the designers are good. Our designers, most of it's in-house. We do have third-party peer review, but we always find little problems once we've fully built the prototypes.
Right. Well, little problems add up to a lot of time on a job site. So finding them up front and building that digital twin first is what we're seeing on our end as well. It's key to being more productive and more successful and more profitable when you're working on your jobs. Yes.
That's right. And the precision just makes the job site so much easier, and the confidence from the observers, because you do find you attract a lot of people to be sidewalk observers, and if they see a job jammed or stuck because there's a problem, then that's bad media. But if they see it go together, perfection like Lego, then it's good media.
Right. So moving forward, I can see TLC Modular kind of taking over the world of the modular world. I mean, you get Goldman Sachs, which is such a big name out there globally, getting involved in our space. I think it's super exciting.
Yeah, so Goldman's also have another investment in the UK called Top Hat. So together with Top Hat in the UK and us in this part of the world, I think they will grow the business, not just with us, but within the industry as well. We more than likely will help them evolve into some of the other investments within the space. But we're looking for a very, very big outcome.
Sorry about that, my mic. I've been hitting my mic because it's so loud. There's so many people here at the Trade Center here. I'm talking around. So I was looking through, and we're definitely gonna have some comments. We're gonna go do our live walkthrough. I know you've
Yep.
agreed to about 10, 15 minutes. If you want to hang out, that's great. If not, I would love to have you back on the show. I'm super excited, Alistair, that we're finally talking and that we're finally able to share everything that you have going on with TLC Modular. And I'm looking forward to hopefully being able to meet you in person and showcase some of your projects here in the near future. And you know, hey, maybe we'll see some projects here in the States. Anything in the States coming up I should know about?
Not really by name, but we are in detailed design on 2 jobs, which we hope now that with the Goldies support that we can bring those to fruition.
Right.
So yeah,
right.
yeah,
Perfect.
I appreciate it very much. And look, you know, now that we've actually got the acquisition done and the investment done, we'll be glad to sort of participate more on the show.
Yeah, no, I think that's awesome. So, well, listen, Alistair, you have a wonderful rest of your day. If you want to hang out, out. We're going to go walk through the showroom floor. We're going to look at some technology, some framing machines, and we're going to even see some robotics here this week, which is really cool to start seeing. I appreciate everything that you're doing for the industry. Thank you.
All right, then. Take care. Enjoy it yourself. Thanks very much.
All right. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
All right, everybody. That was Alistair. Listen, doing amazing things all over the world. And it's been such an exciting thing to actually have him come and join our show and talk about this Goldman Sachs investment. You heard it first right here on Dave Cooper Live. And that's kind of what we're becoming known for. All right, now we promised you we'd walk the showroom floor. So we're going to get up, walk the showroom floor. We got to switch cameras, switch mics, switch Wi-Fi. Let me make sure I have everything good to go here. Let's make sure this camera's good to go. And it is. All right. Do we have volume? We're good, Matt? All right. Let's do it. So, all right, let's go back this way. So as we're walking, Matt's going to show you some of the showroom floor as we go here. And he has his tripod and we're moving fairly slow. So, of course, we are set up right here in the SBCA's booth, who is the provider of the BCMC event 2021 and really putting on a great show. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to Alpine. Watch behind you there, Matt. Sorry about that. We're going to go right this way if we can. Jen's coming to guard. There's people coming out of everywhere. So, as you can see, we got vendors all over the place. Matt, you can just kind of show on that showcase as we walk over there. Say hi, everyone. Birmingham International in the house. We'll keep going over here. All right. So we're going to go into Alpine, Jennifer. Where do we want to go over here in Alpine? We'll walk over, and there we are. Great. Gentlemen, how are you? Good. Fist bump's good. Fist bump's good. All right. So we have Rick and Michael from Alpine. Guys, great. Thank you for having us here. I'm going to kind of get in the middle of you so I can share the mic or what have you.
Absolutely.
Tell us a little bit about what each of your roles are and what you do here. And then let's get into what you're showcasing. And why don't we start?
Absolutely. So Michael Schwitter with Alpine, Director of Sales. I'm responsible for pretty much everything you see here on the selling side.
All the headaches. Perfect. All right, Michael. How about yourself?
Hi, I'm Rick Teleview. I manage our software development team for Alpine. So all of our software innovations here that we're showing off today at the show.
Right. Let's get into like what walk us through what we have here, and probably we could start with what's behind us and work our way across. What are we looking at behind us here?
So actually, we're going to step over here and we're going to run a quick demo.
Okay.
But it's an ALS 4.0 linear saw. Let's get this prospect out of the way.
Hey, listen, we don't ever want to move the prospects. That's all right. That's all right.
Totally fine. So this is the ALS 4.0. I think Jody's going to hit the button here to make it run. Linear saw, one piece at a time, marks everything. Auto in feed, one operator puts it in, one operator pulls it out.
So, Matt, can you get that on this side? Because it's going to feed from one side, or is it all feed from this side?
Here, cutting through and coming out the back side.
So it's going to feed here, Matt, cut through and go to the back side there.
So one piece at a time. It can mark wall panels. It can mark all your truss parts, all the labels, one blade. L2 are the grippers in there, controlling it the whole time, completely accurate all the way around. And here are the cut pieces coming out the backside, right here.
Yeah. So I don't know if you can, Matt's able to zoom in on this. So let's talk about the efficiency of this and the loading. Is this a manual load on the front end here?
It is. You can load in about 22 pieces across the board here. You can extend the live deck out if you like to load even more and more. but it's kind of one on, one off type of saw.
And what type of productivity are we looking at increases when this isn't being done by hand?
It's everywhere from 15 to 30% efficiency. Way more efficient than a pull arm saw naturally. It really just depends on the type of business, whether it's a large component, like a component saw with 5 blades or a single. This is more efficient. It's optimized. The boards nest, so we call it lumber stretcher. You just get more out of everything.
You said a lumber stretcher?
Yeah.
Is that kind of like a back stretcher?
So sort of the way we you put the 2 pieces, so you make one cut to optimize the lumber, so you get more out of the wood. You're not leaving little bits and pieces straight all over the plant.
Yeah, for sure. And so the technology in this, I mean, it's constantly evolving.
Yep.
Let's talk about how does this machine work with the other technologies that manufacturers are already using out there. Is it your own proprietary software, or can you bring in other software?
So it's totally plug and play with any other design software out there. This is our 4th generation, so it's the 4.0. This is 15 to 20 years in the making here. But any other design software can work with it. It's fully compatible everywhere. It's naturally more efficient with our software, if you will. But it's available. It's our software that makes it run, but the design can connect to it.
Sure. Why don't you walk us through kind of your role in all of everything that he was talking about there?
Good deal. Yeah, so I'm responsible for all of the software that powers our equipment, from our design software to our plant management software. And I can kind of walk you guys through and show you all some of the latest innovations here in our software stations.
Yeah, why don't we do that? Matt's going to walk in front of us. Just watch that table right there. And we're going to go kind of slow. Tell us a little bit what we're walking into and what we're going to see.
So we have 4 software set up, and we're going to first look at our Stitcher tool, which is a quick way to take your 2D builder plans. Yeah, that's right here. A quick way to take your 2D builder plans and convert them into a 3D model, a buildable, accurate 3D model. Okay, and if you want, we can show you a real quick demo. It's super fast. We'll take you from a 2D plan to the 3D through 3D model.
All right, Matt, let's catch what they're going to do on the screen here. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Like Rick said.
This is Whitney Williams.
Hi, Whitney. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you all. We've taken a 2D PDF and brought it into Stitcher, and it has auto captured my walls as well as auto dimensioned and scaled. Thank you. And so I've captured level 1 and now level 2 as well. And with my template that I have in the software, it's able to map these walls over perfectly. So again, scale comes in, walls are selected, and it does get matched up perfectly with our template. We'll have to do a little bit of dragging over here. I think I got that right, but but we had just brought in the image when you were walking over. So in that time, I was able to build a 2-story home here.
Wait, so by the time I walked from there to here, you built a 2-story home?
Well, from the time you got here till now, I was able to build the walls, at least with walls in the openings for panels and for the roofs and everything. So my openings are correct, and I'm ready to go. So this software has, and it is very accurate.
Yeah, so, and I mean, that's the key to this, right? We're using very accurate machinery to cut. You can't cut a 2x4 across the toe of your boot the same way every time, so that also means that our plans need to be accurate for it all to fit together on site in that way.
And Stitcher's built to make that accuracy spot on.
Right. What are you seeing from the consumer perspective that's starting to use this Stitcher program? Has it been around a long time, or is it a newer program?
It's been around a couple of years. We did lots of refinements and improvements this year. Actually, we're hearing from our customers about 75% improvement in wall input time to get the 2D plan into 3D. We're also seeing a lot more auto capture rates, which is what Whitney mentioned, where you just single click, you're able to capture the walls and bring it right into the design software.
Yeah, I saw her do it. I mean, like literally in front of us.
We're also hearing that our customers are winning more bids because they're able to turn around the bids faster. So by turning around bids faster, our customers that use Stitcher are also winning more bids.
Well, there's the accuracy, which allows them to be more accurate when they're pricing out jobs for customers with less waste. All those things come into play. Plus, the customer can get a visual if they want it.
Absolutely.
Right. And that's a big thing.
So it's all about designer savings. It's all about lower cost and getting more efficient directly from the architectural drawing into our software to ultimately make more trusses on those saws and deliver better trusses across the board.
So, I mean, literally in the last 5 minutes from when I walked over from here to there, like that could already be going in the machine. Whitney designed it. Now it's headed to the machine, and we're just going to start printing it.
An architect drew it, sent it over. Whitney designed it in our software in just 2, 3, 4 minutes. She'll do some finishing touches, go right to the shop for production. Just that easy.
And I just finished the second house as well.
You just did a second house. Whitney, you want to come to work with us? I could use your technology skills.
We're keeping
Whitney's ours.
All right, Whitney's staying right here at Alpine. All right, great. What other software would you like to show us?
You our Intelliview Design Suite over here.
Teleview Design Suite. Okay, let's check it out. Looks like we have some people looking at it already.
Yeah, so we have some live demos going on here, but this is our management, design, and engineering software called Intelliview. To be able to take to enter your quotes, manage your jobs from once you saw Stitcher, taking the layouts in here, laying out your trusses, engineering your trusses in preparation for the manufacturing process.
So with the laying out and the trusses, explain like with Stitcher. So does Stitcher have to come into this system then, or are they independent from each other?
They're fully integrated. So what you saw over here with Whitney using Stitcher is fully integrated into the Intelliview Design Suite. So that's just another way to get the builder plan into the software.
So now we're seeing all the detail, the exact dimensions, the exact cuts, everything that's going to go feed the machine.
Absolutely.
And this is kind of since they're together, this is a way to double check and triple check, and they cross check each other, really, don't they?
They do, yeah. So everything has to match up because we know how important the accuracy is for our customers from the design through the manufacturing process.
Loving it. So it's an end-to-end solution is what we're looking at. And what do we have back here?
So this is our wall panel software right here called iPanel. It's part of Intelliview, but we have a dedicated station here to show off our latest innovations to the iPanel software. So basically panelizing, stacking, banding, bundling, designing your wall panel solution and all the intricacies that comes along with it.
So walk us through stacking, bundling, all for shipping purposes.
Yeah. So basically, you're doing wall panel design and manufacturing, the iPanel solution, laying out your wall panels, breaking your panels, dimensioning, managing your subcomponents, editing all the different openings, headers, etc., to pull the soft, to manage that whole process in our iPanel software. Yeah.
So it's amazing, and it all works together with all the other softwares here. So
yeah, it's completely integrated with our Intelliview Design Suite. We have a special station here to show off all the latest enhancements to iPanel.
One of the big things is, so here I'm a manufacturer out there. I'm coming to you guys, say, all right, what is the value that you would want us to know, so we can make an intelligent decision on whether we want to use your system within our manufacturing to increase our productivity. Kind of what's your overall value?
Yeah, so we've been doing this a long time at Alpine. We understand our customers. We understand our customers' pain points. Our customers, we're partners with them. So we listen to our customers. From the design, the input side, from Stitcher being the fastest input tool to our best-in-class engineering, cost savings, material savings on the lumber and plates from using our design software, and that complete integrated system from quote to ship is part of our value prop and what our customers love us.
Well, and that's it. It's the end-to-end solution. And I can tell you, I have been in a lot of the most highly automated, panelization, modular facilities, truss facilities out here in the country, and I see your machines everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We're very excited. After a year off from BCMC, we're very excited to be back and show off all the great innovations.
Sure. Well, there you have it, everybody. We are in Alpine, and I have to tell you, technology is taking over. We need these end-to-end solutions. The consumer expects it. With the lack of skilled labor, we need to still keep up with the productivity in our manufacturing facilities, and Alpine's coming up with solutions to meet all those needs, and that's a real value add to whomever brings in your system.
Yeah, very happy you guys dropped by the booth today.
Yeah, no, we appreciate it, and thank you for keeping up everything. We're right over there. You should just pop in on us every once in a while. We'll have some fun.
Will do. Thank you, guys.
Right.
Enjoy the show.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right, let's go this way here. Hey, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it was a pleasure, Michael. I
Have a great
appreciate
show.
you. Thank you. All right, we're going to walk over here. And Matt, if you want to, as we're going down the aisle, you can just swing over and show what we're showing here and go ahead and walk straight. So right now you're looking at some flatbed with roll carrier technology on it across the other side of the show here. As you can see, we're going to go over that way tomorrow and show you some more. But I'm going to swing back over here. Let's see. And we're going to come in here. All right. So, Spida. Where's the Spida team? Here we are. So we are in Spida, and we're going to be joined here in just a second. Oh, he's over there talking. See, that's part of the solutions here. So at Spida, as you can see, it's all about the tables and laying out the trusses and all the information that they're going to do. And we're just going to be joined here shortly in 1 second. Oh, hey, listen, we're here to showcase and show product. Why don't you show around the booth while we're sitting here waiting so they can see everything that's going on? Right. All right. All right, we got somebody coming in to fill in, and obviously there's something going on here. All right. Hey, Colin, how are you? Dave Cooper, nice to meet you. Oh, man, I love the accent. I've been called mate like a couple of times today now. Perfect. Australia? Yeah. We just got off with somebody from Australia earlier on the show today. All right. So, Colin, I know you're getting pulled into the realm of Dave Cooper Live unexpectedly here. Walk us through what we have going on here behind us. Let's talk about your technology. Let's talk about everything that you're showcasing here on the floor.
Yeah, we're Spida Machinery. Most of our machinery is built out of New Zealand. We've got a manufacturing plant in Indianapolis as well that does most of our heavy equipment, such as this stuff here. Our automated equipment, such as the saws and stuff over that way. Company's been around for years. We've recently purchased Square One Design, who were reps for us up this way. And so now we've basically bought it with Square One Design. We've got basically everything anyone needs for the truss, floor, and wall industry. Some equipment, or?
Yeah, we definitely do. Colin, what do you do here?
I'm a service and sales manager in the US.
Yeah. So you cover the gamut. All right. So let's look at the equipment. What are we looking at behind here? We have the Spida Mini 8. It doesn't look so mini to me.
Yeah, it's a big system. It's called the Mini 8. It's a truss press doing jacks and small trusses, as you can see on the table there. That's hydraulically operated. The operator rides the machine, presses your plate in as he goes, and pulls them off the table. So
is it up and running? Can we ride?
Yeah, we can have a go.
Let's do it. All right. We're going to ride the machine.
So this is the safety though. So you're in the safety zone at the moment.
Oh, I got to come closer.
So, yeah, you might have to come closer. Now, this is against OSHA regulations, having two guys up here. But yeah, because we're at the show, we'll let you get away with it. I've got to sneak in here a bit more.
Well, why don't we do this? Why don't I show you doing it? That way we stay out of OSHA regulation. And you can talk when you're done. You can tell us what you did when you're done. Yep, it always helps to start it. Oh, there we go. And then it just lowers it down, right, and puts in place. Right. And push the plates down. Perfect. So, okay, you guys are in the truss world, and let's talk about some of the other stuff. We don't need to walk over there, but you almost have a couple different lines set up here. What do we have as far as your lines that you're showcasing on the other side? And Matt, you could probably just pan over there and showcase that, and we'll talk about it from right here.
Yeah, so the saw you can see closest to us here is that's our bread and butter saw. That one's called the Apollo. That one's been around for years. It's the first saw that Spida produced that was automated. Okay. Just about every truss plant you go to will have something like this in it. Maybe a mango saw, which was their competitor for a while until they were both bought out under the same company. We've got a universal Fit Gantry over here, which is which is a replacement gantry for gantry systems that we can fit to just about any table. So once your gantry wears out, we can sell you that and put that on your table. On the far side of the Apollo saw over there, we have our S600 saw, which is an inkjet marking saw for wall panels. So yeah, it cuts and marks and wall panel plates or wall panel components. So,
well, we appreciate you having us, and I appreciate you jumping in. You guys have a super busy booth here, and that's great to see. And we're definitely going to stop by and see in a little bit. I mean, everybody's here to, they want to get their product out there. There's a lot of people here to buy. We have met so many people here that are specifically here to make purchases because they need to expand their plants and keep going. And it seems like Spida has quite a few people in here looking to do that.
That's good. That's what we like to hear.
It is what you like to hear. Well, good. Well, Colin, thanks so much for taking the time with us today and jumping in, and keep up the good work. Appreciate it. All right, we're going to go out and around this way, Matt. So why don't you, follow it around. There's Jennifer over there. Everybody say hi to Jennifer walking. We're going to go back to the right. Well, like everything else, I mean, there is everything here from carriers to the technology and the tech. And go ahead in front of us here, Matt. Why don't you just showcase some of the stuff off to the left there as we work around to the way around to the next booth that we're going to. Jennifer's our fearless guide of everything we're doing. But you can see, I mean, we got layout tables everywhere. We're going to do some other stuff with some robotics here in the future. We're going to go over here to the right, Matt. You got Georgia Pacific here. Obviously, they're going to have their booth. You got LMC over to the right. And, of course, our home place, the SBCA, which is right there. And you're going to see her briefly as we walk by the SBCA. But Ashley Noose is hanging out over there, and we're having some fun. All right, let's follow Jennifer. And, Matt, if you want to just set up right over – I'm sorry, I kicked the camera. If you want to set right up over here to the right, Matt will set up here, and then we're going to come in and have a conversation. All right, Jennifer, we ready to get going? Look, they run. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm Dave Cooper. Fist
Jimmy,
bump.
nice to meet you.
Hey, Jimmy. Nice to meet you as well. So who are we going to be speaking to? Oh, he's over here. Why don't we? I'll tap him on his shoulder. I don't know. Can you join us for a second? I love everybody's work. I hope I didn't mess up a sale for you.
No, well, he can handle it.
He can handle it?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, Bimbo, why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are and what you guys do here?
Well, my name is Bimbo Coles. I'm part of Triad Division. We're actually offering our video surveillance system, which is very good for construction sites. We put them up in construction sites, and they basically monitor the construction site. We have any type of analytics that the cameras can offer as far as face recognition or license plate readings, all of that stuff. But you get the video feeds live. You get it on your cell phone. You get alerts if there's any intrusions or anything like that. So this system is just really terrific for construction.
So it works off cell data?
Yeah, it has a cellular modem that's inside of it that's connected to CMVR, which has all the cloud storage and everything. So yeah, they're deployable and you can put them anywhere.
So what are you seeing out there from theft on job sites and security, especially I'm sure in real like city environments and elsewhere? The value that this actually brings clients, and I'm sure you've quantified that for them.
Absolutely, and just in the construction sites now, theft has gone up big time. Materials have gone up big time, so they're having to buy. There's not a supply for materials, so they're having to buy a lot of stuff in bulk now. So they have a lot of this stuff just laying out at construction sites. So it secures them that way. It also secures them from time theft from employees. One of the biggest issues we're seeing that employees are stealing time. When they're supposed to check in, they're not there when they're supposed to be check in. And also you're dealing with employees that are stealing little things, wrenches, screwdrivers, a little bit of stuff like that adds up in the long run.
Sure. Well, like you said, there's shortages everywhere and people want to get their own projects done. I can understand how that all factors in. So the technology with something like this, you said that it can facial recognition. My guess is I have a little background in some of this. You can actually track objects on the job site to make sure they're not being moved too, I would imagine.
Absolutely. And they'll even track a person. Our one camera on is a PT where it has the wide camera view, but it'll track a person moving across the site and then, make sure they're not doing anything. But it does about anything that you need it to be. You actually program it. You tell the computer what you want the cameras to do, and that camera will do exactly what you ask it to do.
Sure. So PTZ, pan, tilt, zoom, right?
Pan, tilt, zoom. Yes, sir.
Pan, tilt, zoom. And it can track people on the job site, employees, Can when employees show up, can the facial recognition track their time?
Absolutely. If you want that analytic, it's a little extra to pay. It's just like $9 a month for that analytic. But yes, it can track and have facial recognition. You can have them check in that way. We have a little monitor that they can come in. You see their face. They scan their card in. Their checks them in for their time. We see their face and say, okay, James got here on time today.
So real-time tracking while you're drinking your coffee, reading the paper in the morning. You want to see what the update is on the project. How about like alarm type things on this? Can it be notifying people if something doesn't seem right? You know somebody's not supposed to be on the job at 1 a.m. or what have you. Can this set off an alarm or ring somebody?
Absolutely. So we have what we call area intrusion. So you go on your computer, you set up an area at a certain time that you don't want anybody in there. You can do the perimeter of your property. Say at midnight, somebody goes in, it gives an alert on your cell phone. You hit your cell phone, check it out. You can say, okay, this guy's not supposed to be in there. We also have it where it has like a speaker, a deterrent system on it. So if it sees somebody, it can tell them, listen, we see you, and the police have been notified. Right. So it has a speaker system on it as well.
So it's not like Home Alone, the movie, where all of a sudden you hear the Tommy gun come out. That would be funny. All right, so let's talk about the system itself. So I'm a developer, a builder, and I need security on my job site. How does it work? Do I have to buy this? Do I lease it? What are the options on how this all comes together? And what does it cost to monitor it?
Well, we have a couple different programs. If you want to purchase it, you can purchase it. If you want to lease it, or rent to own program for 2 years, we have that program. Or if you just want to rent it for a year, or if you want to rent it for, like, say if you want to do live events, you can do live events for just a weekend, so you can rent it also. But as far as alerts, whoever you want to get an alert, it'll alert you. If it sees something that you program into the system, then it alerts you real time right away. And then you just hit your phone, pull it up. You can see exactly what's going on.
In real time. Have you seen a spike since COVID in job site theft?
We've seen a huge spike, and we're thinking that the government is going to start to mandate having these or some kind of video surveillance at the sites, because, as we all know, materials are getting scarce. We're having a hard time getting them here. Construction companies are having to buy it in bulk, and it's just sitting around. So this type of system right there can monitor and secure your site.
I mean, I sit here and you got the TV screen going here as well, and it just gets me thinking, right? From a liability issue, this has to has to help keep your liability down, insurance rates down, knowing that you're monitoring it, false claims that, come across on building sites. Sometimes people just walking by that shouldn't be walking by, and those things. Is that something that's a big factor that they got to take into accountability?
Absolutely. We've talked to some insurance companies, especially with the commercial insurance companies, and they're talking about keeping guys' premiums down and everything if they have something, and not just this mobile unit, but any type of security or video surveillance on site, that their premiums come down. But it watches everything. If you have a lawyer that say, okay, you have somebody that says, well, I tripped on their site. Well, we have video of them. They just walk straight on by and nothing happened. So we have the capabilities of sending that clip right to the lawyer.
And so the data, when it's capturing the video, is stored in the cloud. So no matter whatever, if somebody destroys the camera or vandalizes it or whatever, you've captured all of that, and there's no way they can access it.
Absolutely. We have 7 days, 14 days, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 365 days of video cloud storage, and that's whatever you want. Also, the good thing about our system, it's very hard to come in and vandalize it, because we catch them before they get close to it. And if they're doing something like that, it's immediately our system comes on and tells them, we're watching you. And the authorities have been.
So you can set up a perimeter to protect the camera to set alarms if people are getting too close to it.
Absolutely. This system will do whatever you want.
I need one of these for my kids.
Absolutely.
I definitely need some for the kids. All right. So I got a lot of questions here, because I like the camera, right? I like this kind of stuff. What about, safety is a big topic here at BCMC. Right? And the value of safety and safe work environments. If this is tracking all of the movement on a job site, I would be willing to bet it also gives them the ability to look at the productivity of how things are moving on the job site, but also be able to watch people that aren't being safe so they can educate and improve.
Yeah, so your owners are starting to purchase these just for safety for their employees. They don't, and I know this is kind of crazy, but a good friend of mine who's in the construction business, he says my employees are my enemies. So I got to keep an eye. I know it's kind of hard to say, but he says I have to keep an eye on them because some of them will, not all of them are good. Some of them will say, okay, I tripped and I'm going to take 2 weeks off. I need workers' comp and all of that stuff. So this right here monitors that. So a lot of owners are starting to purchase them just to monitor their employees.
And it makes sense. I've been in this industry a long time. And when you get these claims, you get false claims, it hurts everybody in the company. Especially, with if you're a mid-tier developer or a smaller developer, liability is a big issue. And one bad thing can really put a company out, which puts employees out. So there is a protection that happens for the safety of the employees that do show up and do the right thing, which is the majority of them.
Yes, and that's one of the reasons we got into it too, and looking at construction just for the safety of employees and to make sure that the owners are covered in every aspect of their business, because we understand, especially in the construction business right now, it is booming, but they are losing a lot of money to theft and employee claims and stuff like that.
Well, listen, we appreciate you having us out here today. Thank you for letting us come by your booth. Sorry we interrupted you. It's every booth we've been going to. We're like, we're here. We got to talk. Let's do this. So, Bimbo, it's nice to meet you. Triad, I wish you guys the most success, and we'll be around. So stop in and say hi to us, and we're going to be sending people your way.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right. Now. All right. All right. Hey, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Eagle Metal. All right, Jennifer, we're meeting at Eagle Metal. This is what's fun about live. They're busy. Who? It's Eli? Oh.
Are you stepping right in here?
I am stepping in. Eli, what are you doing to me?
I'm chatting with these guys, but you can take it over.
Eli was on the earlier show. I know Eli ain't got to go back. You can hang out with us, right? Hang out with us. I'm not trying to interrupt anything. So how are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Good, good. My name's Dave Cooper, and we want to talk a little bit about what you're doing here. So which one of you is going to handle all that? Hey, what's up? Hey, Tracy, I'm Dave Cooper.
Great to officially meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Yes. All right, Tracy, why don't you talk about what's going on here and your booth, what you guys are all about. But first, tell us a little bit about what you do.
I am a sales manager for the company. I manage all the sales across the United States for Eagle Metal. And we are a plate manufacturer. And we also have software development in-house. And we've been at this about 30 years now.
So for those that don't know what that means, plate development, what does a plate manufacturer do?
Okay, a plate manufacturer, there are metal connector plates that wood trusses are built with. And so we actually take raw steel, coiled steel, and we press literally that steel into connector plates. Those connector plates are designed to go on a drawing, and the software produces those drawings. So we develop and produce the software and manufacture the plates.
So you're taking like a roll of cold form steel, you pull it in, you have a press that you know exactly what size, how many, where they go, and you punch them and print them and build them custom for whatever the job is for.
We punch them, box them, and distribute. Yeah. Yes, sir.
So how long has this company been around now?
Eagle's been around over 30 years. The history of the company, Mr. Watley, our founder, he started actually early in his career as a truss manufacturer, and then developed that business and moved over to the plate manufacturing side. And so it's a great family-owned company, privately held company, and just helping a lot of people throughout the years and develop and grow.
So Eagle Metal and others here, the components, right? The SBCA, who puts on BCMC, is such a big part of our industry. Without the plates, you're not doing the trusses, you're not doing the wall panels. There's all these different things you're not doing without the services of Eagle Metal.
Correct. That's absolutely correct. Every truss ever built has had a connector plate on it, and that's what we do. That's right. Proud to be a part of SBCA. They do a great job, and it's a huge family.
Yeah. it really is a huge family, and there's a lot of people really poured into the show, which is so nice to see after, our stint without any shows for such a long time. Talk to me about the technology that you're using. So I'm a manufacturer of trusses. Tell me how the process would work, the technology you use to help me be better at what I do.
We offer a wide suite of software, right? It all starts and ends with software these days. We can drive any of the automated equipment, right? So it starts with design and some of the new tools that we're using. I mean, we're able to take an existing file from an architect, like a CAD file or a PDF file, and we're able to literally trace that as an overlay to get our walls in our software, and then you can apply the planes, put the components on the planes, take them to the design piece where each member and each plate and joint are designed, and then we can take an electronic file from that finished project and send it to your equipment in your plant and become completely paperless.
And where you guys located at?
Our manufacturing facility is about 60 miles south and east of Dallas, Texas, in a town called Maybank,
Texas. I love Texas. We just went through Texas not too long ago on our Build It Better show. If you were to think about one thing at this show that really has you excited, what would that be?
I think it's the renewed energy after what the world has been through the last 18 months. I think it's great to see faces. I think it's great to get the industry under one roof again and continue to push forward.
Listen, we appreciate you letting us stop in your booth and dragging you into this, Tracy. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to meet you. And hey, keep up the good work. You know what I learned from you more than anything just talking to you is that you guys have a great culture at the company. And that's so important to a lot of people's success.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Thank you. All right, let's go back over to the desk and then we'll wrap it up. How about that? So we're going to walk over here. So as you guys can see, and Matt, you can kind of showcase as we walk back over here. We've been having a heck of a show. There's a lot of people piling in. We're going to bring in you some more of the show tomorrow live. That nail machine goes off there. It sounds like a machine gun going off, right? Which is absolutely amazing. Hey, gentlemen, how are you today? How are you? Good. All right, so we're going to walk back over to our platform over here where we're live, and then back to the SBCA booth, who's been so gracious to have us here and allow us to do our show with them, showcase the vendors and everything the vendors are doing. So we're going to come in here. I'm going to flip back over to this mic and turn that mic off, and hopefully we're back at it. So I just want to make sure that we say hi to everybody. We're really jumping around. We got Alistair is still with us, so let's give Alistair a good thumbs up and a welcome before we end the show. Alistair, you stayed with us, man. Love it. How are you, sir?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Interesting.
I'm glad. I mean, there's so many people out here, and it's funny. No matter how many times you try and set up your show and you walk around, as soon as somebody walks in with their checkbook to buy your product, well, that's it. Dave Cooper Live stands and waits, but that's what it's all about. People are here doing business. That's right. The key. We're doing business, and people are here buying. So, hey, maybe you saw some stuff you guys need at your manufacturing facility.
Yeah, no, there's some interesting stuff there. I like that Alpine Stitcher software. I'll be looking that up.
Yeah, well, make sure when you call them that you saw it on Dave Cooper Live. How about that?
We'll do.
All right, so what do we have? Oh, so we got John Rich is pretty moving along here. Second factory at Vung Tau. He's saying?
That's right.
He says would love to catch up. John Rich, you know John?
Only over the LinkedIn, but yeah, happy to help out anybody.
Right. I think what's so great about today's show, Alistair, is there's a lot of people, tuning in to see what's going on, because there's still a lot of people that still aren't traveling with COVID. We're not getting the international contingency that we normally get, for obvious reasons. So this is pretty amazing. Hey, there we go. We got some more coming in. Tom Reddy says, great concept. Do you get any pushback from trades or suppliers? Also, can it be used for work progress and safety? Hey, Tom, walking around doing the live makes it hard to answer questions on the spot at each one of those, but you can reach out to him directly and check that out. Tom Reddy's been in the industry for a long time and a heck of a great guy. Hey, look at that. We got the past chair of the Building Systems Council, Tiffany McCawn. Hey, Tiffany, it's great to see you. Tiffany Alistair is also with a third-party warranty company, RWC, here in the United States. So she's one of the head people. And if you don't know her, she gives a lot to the offsite community. So much that her and her husband are also modular builders in Pennsylvania. So great
Right.
people to know and very active in helping us build our community. John Allen Garangallo says,
Yep.
"Hey,
I know,
Alistair,
John.
great to hear and see you." So, hey, John. And listen, everybody, if you missed any of today's show, guess what? It's on YouTube. It's live, but it's recorded. You can go and watch it anytime you want. Alistair, we're getting over 100,000 minutes a month watched. It translates to a lot of hours. They make it look better by saying 100,000 minutes. Makes you feel good anyhow. But if you're not subscribed, go there and subscribe so you can watch all of this stuff. Oh, yeah, there you go, Joel. Better late than never, as we say. Sorry, joining late. Good day,
Hey,
Alistair.
Joel.
Good to see you. Oh, there we go. Dave's freestyling like a boss today, says Henry Mickelberg. What's happening, Henry? Good to see you as well. This is what's so much fun about our community and everything we do. So, Joel, if you missed it, we announced earlier with Alistair that they just got a big investment with Goldman Sachs. So they're doing amazing stuff. Joel's doing amazing stuff with his software, too.
Yes.
Alistair, we're all about moving the industry forward, and I know you're a big supporter of what we do, and that we're out here trying to make real change in this world. We can build it better. You know, if we all work together, if we all collaborate together, we can make some big changes. And with the skilled labor issues that we're having, the housing crisis that we're having, we need better ways to do it. And I know TLC has been working hard to really increase their productivity and actually hit that housing affordability issue that we're all facing. And there's a lot of people working at it. But my hat's off to you and TLC for everything you're doing. And I truly hope the investment with Goldman Sachs and everybody, I hope it gives you the power to really make some big changes to drive this industry forward.
Yeah, I really, really appreciate that, Dave. It's great, and it's it's a great platform that you guys run and trying to tie up all these different groups and entities. It's just quite a unique platform you guys have. It's great for the industry.
It is. We can't stay in silos anymore. We need to come together, panelizers, modulars, all of us. We need to come together and drive the industry forward and really take it to the next level. John Allen had a last comment here put up. Congratulations on the new investment, Alistair, and the TLC team for sure. And also, Joel, congrats. Time to spend some time of that with us, Alistair Sawyer. Did I say that right? Congrats. Time to spend some of that with us. I know, Joel.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So, Alistair, I know once all this settles down and you guys start making your move and you make some of those other factories that might be opening up and what you're doing, and hopefully we can travel one of these days. We would love to come and do a road show over in Europe and Southwest Asia where you guys are at.
Yep.
And let's make it happen one of these days. I'd love to showcase what you're doing.
Yeah, no, it's great, and the industry is growing around us. And I saw one of the comments from one of your viewers there about the China supply. And
did I miss one? Let me go up and look. Let me look at that. Oh, you're right, John Rich. There you go.
Yeah. So
come on, stay up.
One of the interesting things with Vietnam is that over the last 4 or 5 years, it's actually expanded its own manufacturing of all the components that we need. So presently, we're sourcing about 70 or 80% direct from Vietnam. Sure.
Well, it's a global issue we're facing. Far bottom, there's no changing it. It's the bottom of the barrel for us right now. There's only one way to go up, Alistair, and if we all start working and collaborating globally, we're gonna make some big strides. And I hope we can continue our conversation. I would love to have some of your building organizations over there come on the show. So if there's anybody over there that's really pushing for change and having great conversations, maybe we should start setting up some international roundtables.
Yep. No, I can certainly make some introductions there. That'd be great candidates.
Awesome. Alistair, thank you so much for being on the show today. Really appreciate you. We're out of time here on this end. Tune in tomorrow, everybody. We will be live in the morning again at 10 a.m. And then an hour later, or maybe 2 hours later, we may do a little later in the afternoon, depending on what's going on, but we'll let everybody know. And we're going to showcase more. We're going to showcase one of our sponsors that's here, Forward Solutions Group. We're also going to be doing robotics tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big robotics day. So House of Design is here and some others. So we're going to be walking around showcasing the robots in the industry. So tomorrow's going to be a big day. And I think a lot of people are going to be really interested to see what's going on in that world.
Excellent. Great
and
stuff,
if you're not following Alistair Sawyer, follow him. You're wrong. Look at this guy. I mean, come on. He got an investment from Goldman Sachs with their company. They're doing big things. If you're not following him, you should follow him. Plus, he has a great accent. So, all right, Alistair, we appreciate you, sir. Everybody else out there, we will see you tomorrow, and stay tuned. We'll bring you some more great stuff from BCMC 2021. And thank you again to Howick LTD for sponsoring us and Forward Solutions Group. Bye now. Stick around, Alistair. I'll be right back.
Everybody. Bye.
Bye now.